Welcome to our 9th episode of Just Chat. I know you're kind of confused as to what's going on right now, but I do have a special guest host right now. My co-host Nneka is away right now. She has some other very important things to tend to, and we understand that when you're a working mom, entrepreneur, and we just doing our things, big things, and she's being a boss right now. So my husband, and I know that all of y'all know about him because I've said so many things. You sipping tea already? We're not even talking about...
I clear my throat. Get ready.
Anyway, this is my very lovely, handsome, dear husband, Rico Webster. And I'm sure you all know him because I talked about him about every episode now. Okay. So he has decided to jump into the lion's den and the fire pit and come on and guest host with me. So we have a very interesting show for you. Is there anything you want to say to the viewers right now?
Nothing at all. She pretty much introduced me and a pretty good introduction. So.
Oh, well, thank you, husband.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, so since you decided to come on, and guest host with your spectacular wife, I purposely did not tell you what we were going to be talking about today because Lord. I want to get your honest reaction to things. Okay, so one of our popular segments is sex and relationships, and we discuss men and women and different natures of what brings about in their relationships and so forth. So one thing that I thought was very interesting and I came up with was cheating.
Okay.
All right, so I came up with ways where you can identify if your man is cheating on you.
Now, how would I know that? Okay.
Well, you're a man, right?
I'm a man.
Okay, so are you saying that...
faithful man.
Good answer, but I'm just saying.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of little things I came up with, and you let me know if you agree or disagree with them, okay?
All right.
All right, so the first one I came up with was when your man all of a sudden begins to go to the gym.
No.
What?
Negative. A man can just want to get his body together. I mean, it doesn't have to be going to the gym for another woman. That's.
But how come all out the blue you want to start doing push-ups and sit-ups and then getting your what's it called, your quads together?
Because
when you were good eating ice cream with me at midnight last night, just to put your business out there like that. I'm just saying though.
It was good. But I'm just saying because you have. Me, for instance, yes, I had picked up a little weight, we're expecting, but sometimes men just want to feel good as well. Granted, they may only go, start for 2-3 weeks, and then, I got enough, it's swollen, and then they just happen to stop, but it doesn't have to necessarily be have to involve another female or involve cheating.
I think it do. I think when your habits change, and I'm not saying a New Year's resolution or just saying, okay, yeah, baby, let's go ahead and go to the gym and get your pregnancy weight off or something like that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying when habits drastically change, those are always red flags.
Negative. Again, I disagree.
Well, you go disagree because you're a man. You don't want to, put your man out.
No, it has nothing to do with that.
The population that you're representing right now, you don't want to put them out there. But whatever. Okay, yeah. So anyway, so here's my next tip when you know your man is cheating on you. How about when all of a sudden he goes shopping for new underwear?
Men, again, I can disagree with you on that too.
You can disagree with everything.
Well, we might. This may be just a disagreeing segment, but I would say
it's like our household.
Exactly. I would say that most of the time, men, all the time, because you can agree to this, our dryers tend to eat our underwear, and they come out the dryer.
You're telling them all our business about our broken appliances right now. They ain't
no, that's just every household.
They don't gotta know that.
Or it could just be the brand of underwear that you wear. It may just not be the best of quality. So that at that point, your underwear may have holes in it, and you just have to get some. You
tried it?
I tried it, and I did. And
my underwear do not have no holes in it, honey.
Well, I know mine have holes in it. I have to use it for, cleaning a house or cleaning a toilet or something with. And
what?
Hey.
Y'all learning so much about our household right now.
Or cleaning tires or something. I don't know. tear
We
it
use
up.
underwear to clean our toilets.
No, but I mean, sometimes you just have. I mean, maybe the brand that you wear, and it just happen to have holes in it. It just may not be the best of quality.
Okay, moving on. Also, how about this one? Well, all of a sudden, he's doing overtime, but ain't no extra money in the bank account. What you sipping for?
I'm sipping because this is a good one too. So I disagree with that one. So here it is. A man wants to have extra money. It doesn't necessarily have to go to the household account. It can go to whatever you want because all of your money is already going to the household account. So when you want extra money, you're doing overtime because it's something that you want.
So you had the money. You ain't even bringing no money home.
No. You in this marriage or any marriage, I would say that you already allocated money to go towards the house. So when you want something, baby, I'm doing overtime, and I'm going to do overtime because I want something that I want, and to gift me.
Next.
Sigh. She sighs on that one.
Oh, it's about to get really real. I'm just starting you off easy. I'm breaking you in, so don't even worry about it.
Let's go.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready.
How about when he calls you another girl's name? Bloop.
I wouldn't know about that one.
So you don't have nothing to say about it.
You know what? I mean, it could be a. It could be a. It could be a.
So that means he's cheating. Got you.
No,
Next.
not really. I'll say this. Sometimes I may call my son. Like the other day, I called my son. What did I call him? Nico. My brother's name. I mean, because I got so many different siblings, or I got little cousins. I tend to call them different names. So I mean, I don't know.
Right, but if you calling
name.
your woman or your wife a name that's not existent in your family tree.
I could have called you Catherine.
Okay, so who's Catherine?
It's my mother. No.
Oh, that's
Let's
right.
go.
Sorry,
Right.
Mom. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so you ready for this?
Let's go.
It's about to get hot.
All right.
How about when he stops initiating sex?
Now, why do we gotta go there?
I asked you if you were ready. You want to come on a show. That's what happened.
Yeah, I guess so. This is a hot segment.
So sex habits change, and he stops. And he's usually all up on you, and jackrabbiting you. Jackrabbiting you.
Let me Google it.
Can't even go to sleep. It's a new word. Can't even go to sleep. But all of a sudden, he not really interested in sex with you. Like, how do you explain that?
I would say this. In most marriages, some people tend to get comfortable with their sexuality as far as their sex drive and the woman's sex, and we both intimate with each other. When you start to get comfortable with each other, you tend to, that exact word, get comfortable, and within that range, you just tend to, between being tired and everything else.
Right.
I mean, men and women, we all be tired. We are.
So you just went
tired.
all the way around the circle to say absolutely nothing.
No, it's something.
No, it's not,
Yes,
because
okay, let me finish.
I don't
Look.
care. I don't care how tired you are or whatever. A man is gonna be a man. A man is always horny. Y'all horn dogs, flat out.
Okay. What
So
about the
you
women?
trying to tell me? I'm talking about men right now. You didn't bring your women list, okay?
Oh,
I brought my list.
Coming, don't worry.
But what I'm saying is, I mean, at one point you can be working 14, 15, 16 hours a day, and you still want to come home and jump on me. Now all of a sudden you don't.
That
don't make no sense.
Okay, but at the same time, a woman has to initiate as well.
But see, I understand.
A woman
No,
has
that's
no-
true. I agree with
Okay.
that. I'm just saying that sexual habits have changed. It is a drastic change. These are drastic changes
Because again,
that would allude to unfaithfulness
again
on the male's part.
that specific word, comfortable. You begin to be comfortable in your marriage.
So you saying because you tired of initiating sex or whatever like that, you not just go give it to me because I'm not doing it?
No, you're gonna get it. But I'm just.
Why do you think you nasty?
I'm just saying. I'm married Christian.
Right.
So-
Missionary.
So again, when you are comfortable in your marriage, both sides. And if you're tired, you're just gonna fall asleep sometimes. Point blank. I mean,
You ain't really like answer my question, but I'm gonna go ahead and move on. I'm gonna go ahead and move on. Okay. Next on the list is where do I want to go to next? How about every time you call him out on something, he immediately gets mad and turns it out on you?
Okay. Let me answer this one. Why you gotta look at the camera like that?
I'm just looking at my viewers because I know they feeling me right now. I'm sipping some tea.
Okay. So
some
every time you
tea.
call or a woman calls their man out, I would say because of that word, every time. Every time you call your husband out on something, of course we're going to get mad because you're calling us out on something that we may not have done. And then in the end, you're not the one saying, "Oh, I'm sorry, baby." We're the ones saying,
because it's usually
sorry.
Right.
No, because we're the men that man up and say we're sorry for something that we may not have even done.
When the last time you told me you were sorry?
This morning.
For what? What you do?
What you mean what I do?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either.
So you didn't tell me you were sorry. You were sorry.
It was this week, though. I guarantee you that. I apologize for something that I've done.
This man don't like apologizing, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know.
I apologize a lot. I apologize.
In your head? Because you don't tell me.
I tell you. I'm sorry. I don't know.
What you about to do?
What I'm about to do.
All right, whatever.
We're working long hours this weekend when I told you I wasn't going to work.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But you still going to do it.
I am.
Sorry doesn't matter then.
It's a start.
Okay, anyway. So here's my number one.
Wait, are we going to talk about women?
First of all, don't be trying to cut in on my segment, okay? I'm not done with my list.
Both ways. I'm just...
Here's the number one reason or something to look for to let you know if your man's being unfaithful. Y'all ready? You ready?
I'm ready.
Actually, you know what? I lied. This is going to be number two Indian ones. I got two good ones. So number two. If your man has a lot of numbers in his phone that aren't saved under actual names. Bloop.
No. Well, I don't. Let me tell you this. Men save numbers because they have time to sit on their phone a lot. But at the same time, when you have numbers where you could just call the number and just forget to save it. Like I have to scroll down. I know me personally. I can call a number from so I can just get a number from somebody. Just definitely not put it in my contact, but at the same time, I go back a week later like, doggone, I need that number, and I go back trying to remember the number. I even go to my call log hours that I call someone.
Nope.
I mean, it's
nope. They're not saved numbers, or they're listed under your homeboy, another homeboy's name, like Cassandra is listed under Calvin.
Who's Cassandra?
Who is Cassandra?
I know Cassandra.
Oh, okay. Well, I was just... You don't like white women? That's what you're trying to say? You discriminating?
I'm not really.
Anyway. But I'm just giving an example of that.
Okay.
So, women, I'm letting y'all know right now. Because I've actually been in a situation. Not with this man. Because he knows his wife crazy. But my previous relationships, if they're not saving phone numbers, there's a whole bunch of numbers in their call log, there's different numbers, check it out.
Negative.
Check it out.
I disagree.
Check it out.
Again.
Trust your girl. Okay, number one. Ready?
I'm listening. I'm all ears.
When your man all of a sudden decides to shave his pubic hair.
What?
Do I hear crickets?
No, because now I'm about to put my business out here.
No, I'm saying all of a sudden you just don't go Brazilian? Who does that?
First of all, a man wants to have a clean, just like his face. You want to be clean shaved too. It don't necessarily have to be because you're cheating, as you would say.
Let's get real.
I've shaved before because
yeah, it's not all of a sudden though. Like if you, no, I'm saying you're not all of a sudden doing it. I'm saying like if someone who doesn't do it, and then all of a sudden they come home after 12 years and they have a Brazilian, like.
See, I don't know about that one. I mean, that's
what I'm trying to say.
I mean, again, like I know that me and you men that are listening know that your pubic hairs tend to get stuck to your drawers.
Oh my God.
So. Yes, I'm gonna put it out there. So yes, we get tired of that. We want to shave. So I know that's what I do. Sometimes it's not every time. It's not all the time. When it gets long,
I mean, if it was
shaggy, so
shaggy,
I tend to shave a little. So.
But I'm saying you don't think that's like a red flag though.
No, he could just be like you said. Okay,
after 12 years, you're gonna come home with a shaven.
Okay, listen. I'm about to put all
penal area.
I'm about to put everything that you just said. A man cheats. Why a man cheats? Okay, so a man can go to the gym, feels good, come home, feeling good, wants to shave. It's 2 of your reasons right there. You just want to go to the gym.
So
you don't want to shave.
let me just say that back again so I can make sure I understand. So a man going to the gym, he's pumping iron. I feel good. Protein shake. I know what I'll do when I get home. I'll shave my penile area.
Why you gotta do all this?
That's what I'll do.
No.
Your man cheating, honey.
Negative.
If he coming home with a Brazilian, he's cheating.
Why you gotta
letting
come
you
home?
know?
Why don't you just ask you to do it for him?
So listen, okay,
Crickets.
whatever. But let me ask you this then. So just to wrap this all up, this whole little segment about cheating, from a man's point of view, because I have my things and my reasons to why I believe that not only men but white people cheat. But just because I want to talk about, because you're here and you're a man, why do you think men cheat?
Yikes.
Go ahead. Quench your thirst for a second.
Sorry, fellas. I think men cheat. It can be physical. It's different sections of cheating. It can be physical.
Okay.
It can be mental. I mean, it's all relationships. It can be physical, mental. It can be what is another one? Is another one?
I don't know. Mental. You tell me.
No, I'm just letting you know. I mean, what I've read. Physically and mentally. Because one, they're not getting something at home.
Something like what? Any details?
It can be a nagging, complaining. It can be lack of sex. It can be lack of just doing. It can be lack of anything, pretty much. Once you start doing something in the house, you got to continue that. And at the same time, when you continue it, then it'll be a good household. But after that, if you decide not to do it, and it's something that you're not doing.
So why do you think that men would risk that? Because that's something, you heard of the 80-20 rule, right? 80-20 means like, okay, no one's 100%.
Right.
And so in your marriage, you married this woman because that's who you want to spend your life with. That was your perfect partner. Okay, your perfect mate that you wanted to spend your life with. So they're doing 80% of what you would require, as a man. But then there's that 20%, that you will risk the 80% for to go get that 20% from somewhere else, which is crazy to me. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, this woman, she's doing everything physically for you, mentally for you, but let's just say you require a home cooked meal every day. I don't know. You're not getting that.
I do.
I mean, yeah, I know you do. I'm just saying, but she's not doing that, right?
Right.
Now, there's this other woman on there. Y'all remember the coconut cream pie story? We get to that later. They got questions for you about
really?
that. They got questions. But anyway. Whatever. But there's this other lady who is giving you, that nourishment that you need, as far as home cooked meals, and she's massaging your ego and so forth. So you would cheat on this 80% and risk that to get this little 20%. Like, why do men? Cause I've known couples who have gone through things like that, and the man, of course, obviously, regrets it. But I just wonder, why would a man risk that?
I think and again, from the stories and books that I've read that you have
The
written.
stories. Nice plug, babe.
Yeah,
Thanks.
there you go. So from the stories and books that I've read and some of the stuff that I've seen myself, I think that men tend to, the 80-20 rule, because like you said, it's boosting their ego. And at the same time, if you go through a time in your marriage where it's 2-3 weeks to a month, and you're constantly coming home to a nagging, wife. I mean, if she's going through, you never know what she's going through, but whatever it is, if it's that period of time, then you just feel like your marriage is pretty much like downhill from there. So
that's how men think.
I mean, sometimes. I mean, I'm just saying that I mean, you never know what they're thinking. I mean, every man thinks differently. I mean, every woman thinks differently. But at the same time, when you tend to have that time in your marriage where it's, nothing is going right, and you just, this one person just comes along like, I mean.
They offer you a coconut cream pie?
It wasn't a coconut cream pie, actually, so get it correct.
Are you correcting the pie?
Yes, I corrected the pie.
Okay.
And actually, the pie was for you. She made the pie for you.
I'm sure she did. I am sure she made that pie for me. I am almost positive she made that pie for me.
And we ate it
so
together.
she can poison me. I ain't eat that damn pie.
Why you gotta cuss on the side?
I'm just saying. I threw that pie away. I'm sure she made it for me to poison me.
No,
me.
No, let's talk about pies.
Wait a minute for one second. Because I want to just say this. Here's the answer to my question.
Yes.
You went all the way around. The reason why y'all do that.
Why you gotta say this? Are you a man?
I'm not saying. Okay, you know what? I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that. The reason why I believe, and I'm convinced by my reasoning, why you do that is because y'all just think you representing the men population right there. So y'all men. Why men do that is because they don't think they're gonna get caught. Bottom line. That's simply what it is. It's no logic to it. It's no reasoning. There's no. I mean, it's simply the fact that they don't think they're gonna get caught.
I mean, you know what? Not really. Some men just plain and simply don't care if they get caught or not, because they don't care about that marriage anymore. They don't care about.
So why not leave? Like, why not?
Because then
why cheat and do all that and everything? Just leave.
No, because that's when you have the emotional part come in, because you don't want to, because you're still emotionally attached to that person no matter how long. I mean, like we were watching first marriage site, whatever we was watching last
Married
night.
at First Sight.
Yeah, so
that's my show.
Yeah, I was watching it with her. So when you, like you said, they were only married for like 2 weeks, but you still have that physical, that emotional detachment that you don't want to leave that person, because you don't want to leave that person mentally messed up.
So let's talk about that. So if you have that emotional detachment, that emotional attachment first, that means you care for them, right? So you rather hurt them, which is a great potential of them finding out, because us women, we're investigators, we're gonna find out anything. I mean, we are. So you would rather hurt that person than just leave them? That doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, it's I don't know. But it goes both ways. I mean, I've heard stories where the woman ended up getting pregnant by the person that she was cheating with, and she ended up having a baby.
This is what they do.
But I'm just saying, I mean, because it goes both ways.
I didn't say it didn't go both ways.
Because you're getting on the men, so
because you hear it, you're supposed to be their representative.
And
that's all I'm saying.
So you're the representative for all the women. So let's talk about. So let's talk about this.
Okay. Really?
Sips tea.
What you drinking anyway? You better put that down.
So let's talk about this. So let's talk about the school teacher from Atlanta. You almost spilled your water.
How you know she from Atlanta?
I did my research.
You researched her, huh?
Well, let's
talk about it.
It actually pops up when you.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yep.
Let's talk about her. What about her?
So, why would and it's only the women that's getting mad at this at these pictures and this.
Well, let me just tell them what's going on in case they don't know.
Well, let's talk about it.
So there's like a 4th grade. She's not a teacher. She's a teacher's aide. no shade.
Shade.
But she, in essence, she's educating, children, 4th grade level. And she's a very curvy woman. The woman, that she's beautiful. I'm not going to even lie. She's a very pretty.
What?
She's a very pretty lady. And she's very curvy.
Very curvy.
I'm not going to slap you on the camera. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. So with her being so curvy, as you all know, I mean, I'm curvy too.
You are sexy.
Yeah, I'm curvy.
Very
so
curvy.
You have to be, careful what you wear and what she's wearing very tight clothes. Yes, they are of respectable length in regard to they're below her knee, or she has on jeans or whatever, but it's very, very tight and it shows every essence of her curve. So the question is, that's been going around on Facebook and social media, Instagram, and what have you, is if her attire is appropriate to wear as a teacher or teacher's aide around children. My take on it is no, and I'm going to tell you why. I taught, of course, at the college level. However, because I am a curvy woman, I have to be careful on the things that I wear. And I'm a tall woman, so a lot of things, like as far as like dresses, they will fit shorter on me than they will on other women who are, shorter women.
Right.
So whenever I would have to go teach a class, I would be, look at me like, okay, is this appropriate for me to go teach, these freshman students? And is it showing too much curvature? Is it too short? What have you? And so I have to think on a professional level that her attire is not appropriate. Again, I get what people are saying. She's curvy. Anything she wears is going to fit that way. Bull crap. That's not true. But this one over here, along with his fraternity of men, I'm just saying, who I call visual whores sci-fi, fraternity incorporated.
Wow.
Have been blowing up my page, period, saying it's not inappropriate, she looks fine, etc., etc., etc. So, moving on to you, why do you think that's okay?
Here we go.
I mean, professionally.
See the pinky, right?
Put that pinky down. I'm a Delta.
So, me, I don't think it's an issue with, now she's coming in with stripper clothes on and stuff like that.
It's very club wear attire.
Anything you got folks going to church in that.
Inappropriate. And I said on my page, it's inappropriate for the pulpit. It's inappropriate for first Sunday. It's inappropriate for school.
Are they getting kicked out of church for wearing that?
Well, you can't get kicked out of God's house. That's different.
You can't get kicked out of
And
school.
she's not getting kicked out. The question is it appropriate? You have not answered that.
I don't think it's inappropriate.
Why?
Simply because she
was good in it.
She does look good in it.
Is that why? Is it professional?
Anything that you wear, anything that let's be point blank. Anything this lady wears, she has curves. She has back there. Everything she wears.
What's back there?
I'm not gonna say it. She has a nice buttocks. So anything she wears is gonna. You can't say it right. Anything she wears. Even if you want her to wear something that's balloon-like, then she's going to school looking like a balloon.
I really don't agree with that. I'm sorry. I don't, because...
where's your phone?
Well, I'm going to show the picture to our viewers. So, they will know.
She had a dress on that literally was flared out. And you could still...
It wasn't flared out.
It was flared out. It was a black and white dress that was flared out. Yes, I went to colors.
I didn't see that picture.
I saw it.
But I'm sure you did.
When you see it, it's flared out, and you can still tell she had curves. If she...
Okay, but I'm just saying...
What about the jeans?
They were very tight. They were way too tight.
So you want her to wear some baggy clothes now?
They don't have to be that tight. That was super... she had a yeast infection. Seriously. Like
I said, anything that she wears is going to be the same thing. If she wears jeans, her baggy jeans. You're not going to wear baggy jeans because you have.
I'm not going to wear baggy jeans. You're correct, and I do. I was blessed. I don't have to go tell Nana to get no butt shots because I'm blessed with it. So because I do have a nice backyard. Backyard. I know that's like an old school.
Right.
It's if I'm going to work on dress down day or something like that, then I'm not going to wear some super tight jeans. Her jeans were super tight. Like, I really want her to go get some monostat. Because she has yeast infection.
Again.
I'm just saying, they were super tight.
Women are going to see this at a different...
But I don't see... Okay, and I want to just really just point out to this, because someone else said on my page that I was hating. I want to really point out the one thing that I do very often, very well, and I am a very advocate for it. I'm an advocate for it. Is I promote women. I promote women's health. I promote women's beauty. I empower women. I am a woman supporter in every aspect. We have to support each other. So I am never going to hate on another woman. So I'm not hating on the woman. Mm-hmm. I'm not speaking in regards to her because I'm a woman and ooh, why is she wearing that? I'm not speaking on that level. I don't care. She's a beautiful girl. She's really very pretty. But on the professional level, inappropriate.
So let me ask you this, and women viewers. So if your son is acting up in a class...
He won't be in her class.
Hold on. If your son is acting up in a class where you got a 75-year-old woman as a teacher, and then he's totally suspension, getting out of his chair, can't stay focused, coming home with D's and F's. Now, that's that teacher. Now, this teacher, vice versa, he's coming home with straight A's, no reports, everything is good. What would you do?
You can't even compare that.
You can't compare 75 old lady with glasses with the strings to go all the way around versus...
So you
versus...
So are you saying that
because he would
get better? He's gonna get better grades and do better in her class versus an older lady who's not attractive.
And not to mention that he's always asking mommy to go to the store for an apple to sit on the teacher's desk.
Oh yeah, I'm sure she wants them to sit on her desk.
The apple, not the kids.
Yeah, I know.
This is a
these teachers are nasty nowadays.
Situation right now.
Whatever. So bottom line, your
I know
answer
if I was
is,
younger, I'd be like, Mommy, can I take an apple to school?
Well, and you know what's so funny? We had a teacher. We had a teacher, and for my viewers who are my friends who went to junior high school with me, I'm not gonna say her name. You know who she is, but she was a very pretty lady. All the boys had a crush on her. She was stacked.
Did all the boys
had a nice body.
Were all the boys sitting in class?
I'm sure they. I mean, exactly. But she was a very nice lady.
Right.
But my point is, even though you can tell that she had curves, she still did not dress inappropriate. She still had on a suit, or whatever. She didn't go and have on like a maxi dress that was form-fitting, and I mean, whatever. But anyway, so that's how I feel. I know how you feel because, again, y'all visual whores, sci-fi, fraternity incorporated. That's I'm gonna make y'all. I'm gonna make y'all
all right, all my fellas,
a shirt.
All my fellas,
y'all can wear.
I'll be selling
visual
for
$15. What y'all?
So guys, we'll start selling next week.
Whatever.
We'll be in production.
Whatever. Anyway, so listen. So yes. Earlier this week, I had the opportunity to sit down with Girls Talk Boutique radio station.
Okay.
They're part of CSE Radio, Cultural Shock Entertainment.
Okay.
And we discussed a whole lot of things. It was very, very interesting. So I want to go ahead and show our viewers that segment.
All right.
In the building with us, we have Ebony from Just Chat. How are you, Ebony?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. So we're going to talk about 9/11. Okay, so my question is, when 9/11 happened, where were you? See, we had two Ebonys on the show, so how we gonna do this?
I'm Ebony Monique. I'm E-Beezy.
Okay.
There we go.
That's funny. Okay, so E-Beezy, where was you when 9/11 happened?
I was actually leaving English for, I was in high school at MLK, 12th grade year, and they were like coming to the library. So we was like, what am I coming to the library for? Mm-hmm. And they had the TV set up for we can see the first building had just got hit. And then we actually saw the second Twin Tower get hit. So yeah, and it was like crazy. It was like, who attacked U.S.? Like, we supposed to be the best. Like, what are y'all doing? So it was a lot. It was a lot. Even now, just looking back at it, you still just like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. So
yeah. So what about you, Ebony Monique?
I remember it vividly, and I actually share this story every year. I was a sophomore at Eastern Michigan University, and I was one of those nerds who had the 8 o'clock classes. I'm sorry. And my mom, and I decided to actually skip that class that day.
Oh, okay.
I think it was a Tuesday morning. And my mom called me and was like, there's been an accident. A plane hit one of the Twin Towers in New York. And I was like, what? I was like half asleep because I went out the night before. Long story. And so I turned on the TV, and as soon as I did, I saw the second plane crash into the building.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, Ma, this is no accident.
Right.
And so immediately everything was like going crazy in the dorms. We were getting announcements over the, the overhead systems and everything, talking about classes are canceled, we're under a terror attack. It was really, really crazy. Yeah.
I was at I think I was doing like a job training program I was at, and it was just like telling people that we all had to leave because we was downtown. So they was thinking that they was gonna hit downtown, the federal building,
Right.
or whatever. So we had to all leave or whatever like that. It was just like a weird day. Like it was like deserted. I don't know. It was just really, really weird.
And honestly, it was a very tragic time, but it's a time that I almost missed because if you remember that year and maybe even the year after that, everyone was just so kind and nice to each other. Yeah. Everyone was like, oh no, you go first. Yeah. I'll hold the door for you and what's going on right now.
Yeah. The flash was out.
Yeah.
So patriotic. Yeah.
Right.
And you know what's so crazy? Because I was supposed to go to Columbia University the next year in New York. And my mom, she was just like, I'm sorry, you can't go to New York. And at the time, I was mad because I worked my whole high school year to go to Columbia. And my mom was like, I'm sorry, like, I can't get to you in New York from Cleveland, but you can go to the school equivalent in Ohio. So I went to Heidelberg. So it was okay. I learned a lot of stuff in Heidelberg. That's how I learned how to do that bleach with the handprints.
Oh, here we go. That's the bleach.
That's funny.
New name for you, Natasha Romanoff. That's what you're going to be called.
Listen,
Black Widow.
I learned a lot of stuff at Heidelberg, so.
Isn't this called Girl Talk Boutique?
Come up in my studio being rude. Don't come up in my studio being rude, okay? I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, he comes on all the time. He come on every.
He can't help himself.
Yeah, he's timed. He come on every 3 to 5 minutes.
I'm going to take that room over there with the glass and hide myself behind it because I can't with you guys.
Yeah, he's timed. Yeah.
Lounge of the Student Union, by the way. That's where I was at when it happened.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I didn't expect you to bring me in. Since I'm here.
Since you want to talk about
it was me and this random guy. I didn't even know who he was. We're just sitting there between classes, and white lady came in. It's like, did you hear what happened to the building? Like, no, we were watching, like Fresh Prince or something was on the TV or something like that. And she's like, yeah, something just hit the building. So it was kind of like, okay, well, hope everybody's all right. And then, like 10 minutes later, everything got shut down. So
you was at Toledo?
Yeah.
My cousin was there when that happened too.
Really nice about you, because I'm telling my story. Don't steal my shine.
I mean, you stole our show. So.
I created it, but that's neither here nor there.
Here we go.
On with the topics.
Guys. Yes, it's crazy.
It's a man's world, but it's nothing without a woman.
Boom. Who said that? James Brown.
Okay. Yeah, but look, I'm looking at Ebony Monique, and you remind me of my niece.
Okay. Who? What's her name?
Her name is, well, she only 10, but y'all looking like, I'm looking like, I wonder if they can. But anyway, sorry. But yeah, I just had to put that out there, like, I'm just looking at like the eyes.
We all related anyway, so.
That's
like, true.
Yeah.
I get Keke Palmer a lot.
I see it.
Yep.
Do you act like her?
How does she act? But I don't know how does she act. I don't really know her personally, but
I mean, but just from, because I follow her.
Now you're seeing why I said that crazy. I'm sitting there like, how would she answer that question?
No, I mean,
and this is why I can't stay off the mic.
No, I like follow her on Instagram. And I watch her videos and her Snapchat. She got like the gaggies type of thing. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think she's in the process now of just developing herself. She's growing up. She's trying to get out of that little kid, role. And sometimes like Miley Cyrus, they try too hard and it comes off, unauthentic. So I think she's going through that.
No, she don't do that. Britney Spears,
She back on top now, though. Y'all see her at the VMA?
Yeah, they should have put Britney before Beyonce, but that's never here or there.
If I was Britney, I would have said I can't go after Beyonce. Like, what was she thinking?
I mean, because in her time it was Britney big, but now
it's Beyonce big.
Yeah.
Okay, so So let's talk about Just Chat.
Okay, sure.
When did you and what's your co-host name?
Her name is Nneka.
Nneka. When did you guys start Just Chat?
So we began, we did our first episode on June 3rd. It's actually been in the development stages for a few years now. I was just kind of, trying to, get a good co-host that would actually fit with what I wanted to do, as well as, they would be comfortable doing. And so her and I, we've been friends for over 10 years now. And she actually does my hair a lot. So we always would be, beauty shop talk. We would be in the beauty shop and, debating about things and talking about things. And her views are always a little bit more different than mine. So, when I started kind of like oh, y'all had that too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when I was like trying to search for, a good co-host, many people I was looking for were in the broadcast world from where I came from, but they didn't have the passion that I had. And so I said, well, this is not going to work. I don't want to start something and it doesn't, really work well. So one day we were just talking and chatting and debating and we were really going at it. And I was like, she don't have the broadcast experience, so to speak, but she has the passion that would be great, for what I'm trying to do. So I asked her and she was like, of course. And it just like been a great marriage, ever since. It really, it's so natural and everything. So we're really excited about where we're going to take Just Chat. Like you all, we are all about empowering each other, celebrating each other's, being entrepreneurs and supporting those who are like us and so forth. So
how were you able to share your vision with her?
Really, it was just a conversation that I honestly didn't think that she would agree to. I was just like, I've been really trying to do, an online talk show, where we can, stream online, YouTube, Facebook, our website, and so forth. And I said, I'm really looking for someone who we can really just kind of just chat naturally. I don't want it to be so scripted. I want it to be really real, And so she was like, of course, like, I'll do it. I was like, oh.
It was that easy.
Oh, it really was. And then our first taping, I was like, okay, am I going to have to like kind of guide her? No, that girl's so natural. But that's what she does anyway. She's an elected official. So she just knows how to just speak and motivate and everything. So it's amazing.
So you guys do it on camera?
Yeah, we're on camera.
Like how is that? Like you gotta stay cute for stuff like that.
Well, we always stay cute.
No,
we fine. Honey, we naturally beautiful.
Like for real, like stay cute for real.
You can't come with a little bandana.
You can't come like this. You can't come like this.
Well, and then again, my world, I come from the broadcast world, so I was always used to just yeah. And then Nneka, she's a pretty girl too, so she's always with the lipstick and the eyelash. And she's a beautician too,
okay.
So she's all about having herself together all the time.
So, when you guys are being taped, that's when a lot of critique comes because it's different from the radio critique. How do you deal with that?
Honestly, we haven't had, not yet. You're probably gonna start now, but we haven't had many critiques so far. I mean, people don't agree with everything you're gonna say anyway.
That's true.
And then one of our popular topics is always going to be the sex and relationships. And so her and I, we disagree with each other on certain things like that. And so people would chime in and say, "What you talking about, Ebony? That ain't how it's supposed to go." Or Nneka, you know. So hey, when you put yourself into that world, you have to accept what comes with it. And honestly, people are going to just say things because they're hating. I mean. That's a word that's been overused for decades now, but it's a real word that's often true.
That's true. People see where you are and want to get there. Instead of asking you for advice, they try to bring you down to their level. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we posted the Colin Kaepernick situation on our page, and we got a lot of people who were upset that we did that. So I mean, yeah, people are against against what he's doing, and people are for what he's doing. So when you have anything that's controversial, you gotta know it's gonna come.
So can you go into details for our audience who doesn't know what that is?
Oh, sure. So for you who don't know, Colin Kaepernick, he's the 49ers quarterback. And so what he's been doing every game thus far for maybe the past 4 weeks now, 3-4 weeks, he's been taking a knee during the time where the national anthem is sang, and that means he's not saluting the flag as they are supposed to, quote unquote. And so he's getting a lot of scrutiny because of that he's being disrespectful. And his reason why he's doing that is because he's saying, you know, I can't support a country who doesn't support people of my color. You know, they're not, you know, they're killing us and no one is saying anything about it. So he's been getting a lot of scrutiny behind that. But there's been many white populations, some sports, even locally, some sports teams, high school and like college, who has done the same thing. It was actually, I think it was a soccer player, a white soccer player, and she took a knee, and you don't hear the hoo-ha behind that as much as you do with, you know, Colin. So there is a such thing as white privilege, and that's what he's trying to, you know, kind of convey. And I commend him mostly because, you know, Colin is someone who is adopted by a white family, and he's a mixed child. So someone who, you know, didn't grow up in that per se culture, African American culture, sees, you know, what we're going through, and he's standing up for it. So I have much respect for him for that.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's time to change the song anyway. It's been there for a long. I mean, it is.
Did you say change the song?
Change it. Okay. Change the tune. Change. It needs to be.
We need the national anthem rewritten, please.
Not yet. Because most people don't know the whole song.
Yeah,
That's true.
There's a third verse.
A third stanza in there that is never quoted, and it speaks directly about even though his purpose wasn't to talk about the anthem in particular, but it speaks to what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Francis Scott Key was a slave owner and was talking about killing the slaves that were quote unquote traitors in the national anthem. So no, I think it needs to sit around a little longer. Let it
So you think
sit,
that
let it
verse
marinate.
be first?
I think it needs
Or
to
the
be
whole
addressed.
song needs to be
I think it needs to be addressed.
so people can know what it is.
So the people that are getting offended and making all these incendiary comments can really eat crow because you don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. You're speaking out of your feelings.
Girl talk, Boosie. Me and Ebony was talking last night about the topics that we like, the things that we talk about. We don't want to like. How can I say? Like, we don't talk about like celebrities and stuff like that. We talk about real life situations, what people go through and stuff like that. And so I want to know what is it that you guys like? Do you talk about all types of things, or do you just like? I can't even get it out right.
I know what you're asking. What we try to do is we do discuss things that are trending, and so because no matter what, there is still an audience for it. And so we also try to tie that into something that's happening, like we call, quote unquote, like you just said, real life. Actually, you know, one thing we talked about was the whole thing with okay, so disclaimer, I am an avid Ratchet TV watcher.
Me too.
Okay. All right. Just letting y'all know. So
I am.
Okay.
I just saw Love and Hip Hop from last.
Girl, Safari Ace. Girl, okay.
I didn't see it.
But I got a question.
Really lame. I'm sorry.
He is. But do you watch the K Michelle show?
Yeah.
Did Safari have an accent on K Michelle?
No.
That's what I thought. I was just like,
no. And I said, when did he become Jamaican?
Oh, he's the man.
Well, I know he was.
He's Nicki Minaj's
boyfriend.
Right. And he's
that's they in
Nicki Baby.
Nicki Baby, right.
Okay.
Right. But no, he did not have that accent.
Okay.
He didn't even have the thick New York accent that he has. And I'm like, oh, I didn't even know.
He's a great actor.
He's Jamaican. He's cute though.
Yeah, he's cute.
He is cute. But I was just concerned because he was wearing a full mink coat with no shirt, and he lives in LA. That's not neither here or there. But my point I was trying to say was, you know, there was one episode with Ray J and Princess and the whole prenuptial agreement thing. That was like that was like a huge thing, like in our circle.
That was stupid.
Yeah, we had a friend who was actually going through that similar situation. Okay. Yeah, and so her fiance wants her to sign a prenup, and so it was just kind of like, would you? See, I ain't signing it. If I signed it, I ain't signing my real name.
You put some clause in there. But
that's what Nneka said. She'll put, you know, different clauses. My thing is, I'm not going to prepare now for a future that's negative. Like, the point of you being married and getting married is because we're going to be here forever till death do us part. So if I kill you or you die naturally, we are together till death do us part.
All right. See, I'm serious. I'm like, stand outside with
I'm just saying.
Nonsense. Okay. This is my thing. That's my thing with prenup. Now, mind you, I'm married right now. I have no prenup. It wasn't the reason to have a prenup. We rose together. Our sex came together. But if I was in the position of
Y'all sex came together.
Yes, actually it did. I didn't say that, but yes, our sex came together too. Yes. I said our success came together.
Oh, success. Okay.
Speaking of plugs and putting business out there, if you really want to know business and stuff like that, listen to the Divine Counsel block every Friday from 6 to 11. And specifically listen to the Sex Burger if you really want to know about some business and things. But that's
right.
We're not going to talk about that right now. But if I was single right now and I had money and I dated somebody, yes, you would have to sign a prenup. And it's very similar principles to what you said, just from the other side. If you really love me and we're really going to do this to death do us part, prenup doesn't matter anyway. Everything I have, you have. But just in case you're a con artist, I have this fail safe in place. So if you get crazy and think you're going to get my money, you can leave this piece
But you know what? Let me say something to
Just
that.
don't get married.
But you know
Be
what?
Oprah. I'm Oprah. I'm not going to get
No,
married.
I'm going to get married. And if you
But you know
love
what?
me,
That's
we're
okay.
good.
I'm gonna love you, and I'm gonna make sure because you have a lot of money. That insurance is in my name. You know, I watched plenty of snaps and saw their errors.
And that's fine. I'm fine with that. You know, if I die off and you get all my money and that was part of your plan, I'm none the wiser.
Errors on Snap, so I know where they made their mistakes at. You know,
We all had those relationships, and if you haven't, count yourself lucky. That were the bad ones. That were the ones, with the bad boys or the boys who came from a neglected household or came from a unfit household or didn't have the mother-son bond and didn't know how to really treat a woman, and we thought we were the person to step in to show them how to do it and change it and everything. So I've been there, and so oftentimes, women, they would do that. They would say, okay, I need to make sure that he knows that he needs to work, be a man, try to make him into a man.
I call those doodle relationships where you can just erase them. Act like they never existed.
I'm not gonna say you should never help someone, but at a certain age, come on now, like
30.
30 and over, like dude, like if you don't have no suit in your closet at 30, how you gonna take me to church or take me somewhere? You know what I'm saying? Like I had a guy like that. He was like 32. He never had no suit.
I had a guy who didn't even know what Maggiano's was, and I was offended. So
He didn't know what?
Maggiano's. It's Bobby Shortma.
Right.
That's my favorite restaurant.
What?
But seriously, I do understand what you're saying. At a certain age, you should just value yourself as a man. You should know what you want to like. At 30, a man should know what they want.
Okay, so I have a follow-up question to that, if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
So how do you propose that we do that then if they don't have that training, so to speak?
Teach them.
Give them back to their mama because she needs to reteach
Well,
them.
she didn't teach them.
Right.
So
we have to get them in that mode.
He got them headphones, y'all.
So how do you get him in that mode? This is good dialogue. Like, how do you get him in that mode without you giving up yourself? I have a lot of friends who are in this predicament.
You can. You
seriously.
can teach an old dog new tricks.
Yes, you can.
I don't think you can.
Nah, you can't.
You
girl.
can. You can. You can't teach a man to.
But
be
they only in their 30s though. They in their early.
Then they
30s.
should know. You should know by now. You should have some type of training, some type of degree, some type of certificate. It should be there. At 30, you should have it.
Well, I wouldn't say degree certificate because I don't think that everybody is a school person. But I'm just curious to see what you guys think as to, you say, yes, we should mold them, yes, we should be there for them, yes, we should help them out. And then like, no, but don't do it too much. Like, where is the balance where you're not putting yourself, on the back burner to make sure that they're okay? Because that don't happen. I mean, you mold these men and make them successful and do all that, then they leave you and go on. You know what I'm saying? So, where's the cutoff point?
Where's the cutoff point? I mean, if you have to like consistently remind them after you already told them, then
I feel like that's being his mama again, though. Like
it is being his mother.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have time
for the one he
that.
never had.
I don't have time for that. That's like that baby boy type stuff. I don't. At least come with a plan, and then maybe I can, help you with your plan. But if you don't have a plan,
and I think that's the answer I was looking for. Like, if you at least saying that you want to, and you're trying to do better, and you're showing that, okay, I just need help and guidance in this, then I can see you still continuing on to like, okay. But if you just laying around and just ain't really having no job, you on the couch, playing stay at home dad, but really ain't staying at home.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Why do women think that they can change men?
Well,
You cannot change
you
them.
can't change a man because I'm happily married to my husband who's an excellent provider. He's mad at him and everything. But if you leave them socks in that bed one more time underneath them covers, I've been trying to change it for 6 years now, and he won't take them socks out the bed. Like, why?
So what's so hard about you just taking those socks and putting them up?
What's so hard about you just taking the socks off and putting them in the hamper?
I'm pretty sure it's very convenient. So when I get up and I want to walk on the floor, I don't want to walk on the bare floor. Lean over, grab my socks, put them on my feet, keep it moving.
Are for.
I don't want to wear slippers. I got socks. What am I buying slippers
It's under
for?
the cover. You get in the bed, first of all, which is a no-no.
I'm pretty sure he's taller than you. So why are you bothered wearing socks? His socks are not touching you. His socks are all the way at the end of the bed. Your feet can't reach down there. Don't try to divert from the point that I'm trying to make.
So you can't change a man.
No, he's not trying to change the man. Why is that in your DNA to think that y'all can change a man? Stop trying it.
I don't. I need to come as you are. Because I'm definitely coming as I am.
I mean, okay, I don't know if this is appropriate.
It is. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, a lot of women, it's the penis.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's true.
Translation, baggage.
It's
more than
he put it down good, and you're like, oh, okay, I can.
And it's more than just the physical.
I'll get him some gas money.
Yep, it's more than just a physical thing. Now you also entered into a spiritual realm. Well, now you can't disconnect from this person because it's more than just a one passionate night of I'm feeling good. Now you have an attachment to this person that now I can't understand why I can't get away from him. I know he's a dog. I know he's a cheater. I know he's no good, but I just can't seem to leave him alone.
As a single person, like I don't get involved like that, even though I'm over 30. But for some people, they look at it as they don't understand because they're married. So y'all could just do what y'all do.
We were single before we got married.
But we
right, but I'm just saying.
Wait a minute. This is a success pattern to how you get to the world.
Right. But what I'm saying is because I hear a lot of single people saying it. It's hard to take advice from married people because you're not in the situation that they're in now.
No, because we've been single before.
But I'm saying, but people they say that. That's what I'm saying. That
and I'll tell you to your face, that's foolish.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with James on that because I think it's just I think people who say that just don't want to hear it.
But have you heard people say it though? Like it's hard. I heard it a lot that it's hard to take advice.
No, this is stubbornness and pride.
Yeah,
I mean, you're trying to get married. You're trying to get a stable relationship like that, but you don't want to listen to those people.
I mean, I take advice.
Successful marriage. Yeah,
I take advice all the time from married people. So
go ahead, baby.
Just not from.
I'm gonna cut you off again, but go ahead and get it out while you can.
No, I was just gonna put an example out there when you guys were saying how it's like a stronghold. A stronghold, like I'm gonna use myself for example. Before I had got married, I had 2 kids by a man who I could not let go of. We never, even though I had 2 kids by him, we never was in a committed relationship. And I could not let go of him until he got sent away, and I was still like holding on to him until I got to know God and asked God, take this away, like this is messing me up, take this away or whatever. So yeah, like it is hard.
Can I ask you a question?
What?
Were you prepared for that? Were you prepared for God to take him away?
Yeah, I was. I had to.
How did you know that?
Because I was asked for it. Because I really, really, really wanted it.
I mean, I've had a lot of bad ones and good ones before I was married, but every one I've been in has taught me, and I think it made me the wife I am today to my husband. Honestly, it has, because I learned from everything, every relationship I've been in.
So, I want to know, who do you seek advice from? Like, when it comes to yourself personally, your marriage, who do you go to for advice?
Me?
Yeah, just any. Yeah.
Well, I go to, okay, so I do have a lot of friends who are really good friends, but I am one who believes to never seek advice about your marriage from a single person.
You can't.
Sorry.
So a lot of people, would think, well, that's my best friend. I have a best friend of 25 years.
But she didn't understand.
But, right, and, so I seek advice from, I actually have a friend, she's a first lady, actually. She's married to a pastor. And so her and I always talk, because, when you marry and you go through so much.
It's a secret society.
You really do. You go through, I'm not going to tell you.
I only said it to be funny.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. And so, I can talk to, for instance, my best friend who was single, I talked to her, she was like, girl, forget that, forget him, girl. But my first lady friend who is married and has that spiritual advice for me would say, you know what, take a break. Y'all then go talk it out and see what's the problem. All right, welcome back. So you can actually see the full interview on our webpage, our social media page, Facebook, Just Chat With Us, our website, justchatwithus.com, YouTube, Just Chat With Us as well, and Instagram, Just Chat With Us. So thank you to my lovely, lovely, lovely husband who came on here to guest host with me. I hope you all enjoyed it. You got to actually see who I often talk about, you know, and so forth. So, but I did want to go ahead and say, you know, one thing I do boast about, I say a lot of things about, you know, what you do, and I joke it half the time, but I do boast about us having a very strong marriage, and I do appreciate, you know, the man that you are, the provider that you are, and everything, because without you, there's no me.
Vice versa.
And so a lot of people always ask me, like, you know, what makes you guys have the strong bond that you have? What makes you all, you know, be so committed to each other and each other's success? So, any advice you want to give? I mean, I have some, but I want to see what you gonna say first. Yeah, give it to the man. Give it to the man first.
The thing I would say is pretty much just have an open relationship with your wife. Talk about everything.
What do you mean by open relationship?
There you go. We on to
you mean open communication?
Open communication.
Okay, I want to make sure we clear.
Have open communication in your relationship. Talk about everything, even if it's something that's uncomfortable. Make sure you talk to her about it. Make sure she is able to talk to you as well, and just be respectful of everything, her feelings. Granted, emotions make you cry sometime when H-Town on you, but yeah. So I mean, definitely. I mean, even if it's just something small, just listen to her. Granted, you know, you just gotta be and love her to death. I mean, that's your partner. You committed to it, and you took those vows. So just make sure you communication is the biggest thing.
Isn't he awesome? But I agree with you, babe. I do. I think that communication is the biggest thing. And once you have kids, our lives change drastically. Once we had a child, as you all know, we have how old is my guy? 20 months now. So he'll be 2 in December. I know. When do you stop saying months after?
Because you got my guy friends cussing me out. I'm 21 months. Like, what did you say 2?
Well, he's not 2 yet. He'll be 2 in December.
What did you say 1?
1.5. Okay, I don't know how to say that.
My guy friends cussing me out like,
okay.
Dude.
All right, so he's almost 2. He'll be 2 in December, and then we're currently pregnant with twins. And so the challenge with us has, you know, since our family has expanded, has been, finding time for each other. And
it's very hard.
It's very hard. It's very hard. And so my advice will always be just, even if you have to schedule in time, and I used to always laugh at people, the older people who are married, they're like, y'all scheduling sex time, y'all scheduling date. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I mean, honestly, with the schedule that we both have, we both are entrepreneurs, and he works a full-time job as well. And then with children and everything, it's just really, really hard. You don't want to just become parents and then roommates. That's the hardest thing. So quality time and communication. And I'm just gonna tell y'all, to the ladies out there, I believe, well, if you're married, I believe in sexting. So if your husband at home, I'm just letting you know, they're okay, we married, we Christians. It's all right. Send him a sexy picture while he at work or something like that. Then when he get home, y'all get home, y'all be good. So, so that's our show. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you again to my wonderful husband Rico for being here.
You're welcome.
All right. Mwah. All right. See y'all later. Bye.